as soon as we get into this game right
Yep,
here.
definitely.
Because I know you like doing intros. Oh, yeah.
They're my favorite part about casting.
Oh, I know, man. I know. I just wait for those intros every day. And go.
All right, so up here in the 11 o'clock position, we have the red Zerg from Team Isubal. It is next. And down here in the 5 o'clock position, we have the blue Protoss from Team Red Bloods. It is PiLiPiLi.
So PiLiPiLi joined Red Bloods. I'm not sure how long ago he did that one.
I feel like he's
Pretty
been
sure
on
he's
there
been.
for a
Yeah, he's
decent
been on
amount of
there for
time.
a while. Actually, Red Bloods is looking really strong. They always seem to be getting some fantastic players.
Hmm.
So they're just a growing feat in the esports community. Anyway, we are seeing that pylon going down in the main from PiLiPiLi, so not at the front. Not going to go for that 16 Nexus. I imagine it's just going to be a gateway expand,
So
which is what we see from a lot of our professional players.
I think everyone's relieved to not have another cannon rush this game.
Not another cannon rush. Well, I mean, as cheesy as they were and as fast as their games were, he did play out pretty well.
Yes.
So he's going to be happy that he took out Revolution just 2-0 as fast as he did.
Hmm.
Anyway, we are seeing the Chrono Boosters go down. So what time is he going to be looking to get that gateway? Actually going to go to the double Chrono Boost and throw it down at 13. Not going to save any of that Chrono Boost for that first Stalker, Zealot, or Mothership Core. And there comes that Scout.
It looks like we're going to have a 15 hatch here from next.
Now, do you agree with the statement that you can hold anything even when you're 15 hatch? Because a lot of people have been throwing that round lately. It doesn't matter what race you're versing. If you're that good, you can hold anything with a 15.
I've heard it used a lot in the ZVZ matchup. I know TLO has been very public with that. He says he he doesn't like the term builder to win in ZVZ. Says he can hold everything with a 15 hatch. I'm not sure about PVZ because cannon rushes are pretty hard to hold with you 15 hatch, and he's even faking the cannon rush here.
I'm going to have to see how next responds to that. Point 3. Yeah, I think that's a appropriate response.
I'm gonna try and go for the
To
pro.
pull, if he pulls many more, it'll be a little bit of an overkill. But is PiLiPiLi going to let it finish? There goes the cancel. So next should know that this is a fake out right here and go back to mining. There we go. Anyway, that Hadra is going to complete. There comes our Nexus after Gateway, choosing to skip the Cybercore. So I'd be surprised if he goes for a super early aggression with that. Just looking to macro up off the back of it, quite safe, and taking double gas at 18. Actually getting a little bit of a supply block, so maybe that pylon actually hurt him in the end. Only getting out of that supply block now. And next, of course, Overlord has reached the other side of the map and is going to be able to get that full scout.
Yes.
Spawning pool complete, and gas just about to complete.
So there's that Cybercore. Yeah, a very macro-oriented opener from PiLiPiLi here. Very cool to see.
Cute. He's sending his Nexus probes straight to the gas, so putting them on like that instead of manually selecting them. Someplace. I mean, I just grab and then put them in there, like, get your ass in that gas. But, you know, it's like how other people like to play the game. We are seeing a Zealot first, just getting that initial defense against any early Zerglings that can be crossing the map. And scouting out that third positioning.
Yeah, looking.
If he's not careful, he's actually going to lose the probe.
Yeah, he probably will end up losing that.
Well, he can actually make quite a fair way across the map. And he does have his first Zealot out now, so I might join the fray. We've seen that double probe production.
So next, choosing to leave one in gas after getting 100 gas for speed.
It's the meta, you know. It's just a fake out. Anyway, we do see that speed on the way as well. Our first sentry is on the way, so if next does choose to go for like anything like a Zergling all in, which I don't think he will, it's going to be thwarted by that single sentry. The second one is, of course, on the way as well. Moving down into another 2 more gates, they're going to put us to a total of 3 gates. Just waiting on that next tech path that PiLiPiLi will choose to give us an indication of what he's choosing to do.
Yeah,
Still just sitting on that one gas.
Still no
One
third
gas,
base
one
here
drone.
for next. It looks like he's going
Yeah,
to
I
take it
assume
now.
that's what he's just about to take it now. Oh, that's not too late. At the
Not too
6-minute
late,
mark,
yeah.
that's about right.
You did see the Nexus timing from PiLiPiLi though. So
We are moving up to a lot of sentries actually. I think that's our third sentry has just been completed. Still sitting on those 3 gateways. Forge just starting now as well. I'm looking frantically. I keep thinking I'm missing something like a robo or something, but it doesn't seem to be there.
Yeah, he's got the gas to throw down wherever he wants. Maybe he wants to clean up these overlords first before he decides to throw down some tech here.
And Forge is just completing now. +1 weapons, of course, is on the way straight away. Now, if you guys are new to StarCraft 2, you might notice that if you get +1 weapons first Zerg, it's amazingly good. Now, what is the reason behind that? It's quite simple. If you get it, that means Zealots 2-shot lings instead of 3 shots. Now, that might not sound like much, but in your PvZ matchup, if you're getting like 50 lings out there against 10 Zealots, it starts doing a lot of damage. So always try and prioritize, that +1 weapons over armor in this matchup. We're seeing a lot of drones come out. Actually, I'm just going to check that unit tab pretty quickly. They have 49 drones to 41, so a slight economic lead coming out from Next as well.
I really like the style that Next is choosing to play. It's a very safe defensive style.
Yeah, but then PiLiPiLi's done something similar as well.
Yeah,
just both macroing up the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe down to 5 gates now. Still no real tech coming out from PiLiPiLi, just gateways. Y'all see that lair finally get made. It's just about to finish up at the 8:40 mark, I imagine. That's what time it will finish.
So the evolution chamber just finished for Next, so should give us an idea of how he wants to go into this game. What upgrade?
He's also gone up to 6 gas, so he started taking all of his gas. And he still just continued to drone up. We're at 60 drones to 50 now.
Mm-hmm.
And there finally is our first tech. It's the Twilight Council.
Yeah, Twilight Council is almost done here. He has a robo following this up, so he could go for some of the Stalker Sentry pressure that we've seen a lot from the Korean Protosses in this matchup.
That is a lot of sentries.
It is a lot of sentries.
But you know, if Next choose to go for some sort of Hydra play, then I think they're just going to get negated pretty quickly. So I think it's just going to come down, like, all we see now is sentries, and as good as they are, and as good as force fields are, I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. I'd like to see him warp in something else.
Oh, there's
the back of this.
That dark.
Yeah, that's sexy.
Really crazy.
Using 3 force fields to catch that single roach there.
Yeah, but
seeing another supply block. That's the second supply block today we've seen from PiLiPiLi.
The Hydras are coming out
now. Yeah, 6 Hydras already on the field.
And that's a pretty early hive.
Well, he's just been so eco-based, both players have, that he can just do that. Oh, we're going to catch a few of those sentries. Yeah, he's lost 2 already. He's going to lose a third. No. Actually going to retreat there is Next.
So I'm just worried that there is no splash damage in sight for PiLiPiLi here. With the 4-base economy of Next, it might just be too rough. The DTs
on the flip side, yeah, he does have a lot of sentries. So if he does get a warp in of DTs and then force field the Hydras in and they can't escape, because I can't see many overseers on the map, so I'm not sure if they're going to come into the fray. He could actually just lose his entire army to good force field and DT placement. We do see that blink about almost completed as well.
Everything
+2 weapons almost
really
complete.
Well here. Yeah, with the +2 and the blink, and DT is just now coming in.
And we've warped in another 4 gates, which waiting to be turned into warp gates, and a 2 more just about to finish. I think that puts us up to 10 gates. There's 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 10 gates.
We got a little warp prism action coming off from the top while the army moves.
That's going to be really, really nice. We don't actually see any spore crawlers anywhere on the map, so this could do a lot of damage. It's just the first initial 3 warped in. Then again, it does give away the tech path.
Yeah, the DTs do get out. The warp prism will go down. Hydras take that out super quick, and he's actually just going to try to
yeah, this is really nice.
I don't see any overseers in the vicinity here for Next. One is coming back, but I think it's going to be too slow, and if he loses that hive, that is going to be awful.
Well, actually, in other news, we saw a massive run by. We got 5 kills on one DT and 4 kills on the other before they do get sniped as well. And the hive does go down. He did do a little poke in there at the 4th as well, but he was met by Hydras and Roaches and was pushed off.
Yeah. Only gets 8 workers with all those DTs, which isn't the best payoff, but that hive is just so critical for the Zerg player going into the late game versus Protoss.
Absolutely, he's done a complete tech reset. Going to need to start from Lair again.
He's only going to have 2 Vipers out, and those 2 Vipers are going to be the only Vipers that will be made for probably the next 5 or 6 minutes.
We still don't have Colossus yet. We're working on Templar Archives, so it doesn't look like we're going to see the Colossus, but instead Archons for that splash damage we were talking about a little bit earlier. But he does have Blink, so PiLiPiLi's coming into this with a huge tech advantage into that late game. It's going to be really good to see. And we do see retaking that natural hatchery as well, choosing to instead get the Viper energy from the Roach Warren. Usually you take that from the Hive. So that's pretty cool to see, that little switch over. And Charge is just about to finish up as well. There's our first High Templar, second High Templar now warping in. Storm about halfway complete. You know, as good as the starting as this was for Next, I don't know how we're going to transition into this mid game because that Hive was sniped. He doesn't really have the tech that he wants to. A Roach Hydra composition is fantastic in that mid game, but it doesn't do so well in the late game. Just kind of dies too because the counters are out. Those Vipers do have full energy. Maybe a good few Blinding Clouds can come down, but we do have Storm is completed. It's just about complete. It's just a little bit to go. Force Fields can hold this off till we get Storm though.
Very nice Force Fields here. And Storm will be finishing up right about now, so...
Oh my god, I got the feedbacks. Gonna snipe down both the Overseers. No, one of them escapes.
Oh, very nice Storm there on the Hydras.
And a feedback on the Viper as well. Blink forward. A little bit of an interesting decision instead of choosing to blink them back, but I don't think it's going to matter. Time Warp does go down. I'm going to get a few more of the Hydras for free. I'm going to chase this army away. He's got the army to do it. He can just go across the map now and kill. With a few Archons mixed in the mix. And he does have +3 weapons, but no other upgrades against the 1-1 coming down from Next. And that again is that Hive timing we were talking about a little bit earlier, how it got sniped. We've had a huge delay on those upgrades coming out from Next. He's actually looking like he's just going to forget about them altogether, just going to choose to go for the army instead. Hasn't even started 2-2 yet. Very scary army coming out from PiLiPiLi.
Yes, definitely. There's a lot of Hydras.
Main's just about mined out as well. He's going to need to take that 4th, which is going to be taken at this location.
A ton of Hydras taking a really nice concave here. But Storm
still have Storm though.
Through them. Yeah.
Like this is just a Hydra Zergling composition. Against Blinkstalkers, Zealots, Storm, and Shields and Force Fields. I don't know if he can take it. He's looking to get a fantastic surround though, so this might be what he needs, but it's looking like PiLiPiLi's just going to engage anyway, and good Force Field to block off the second half of the army pretty easily. Getting more free kills. Guardian Shield does go down as well. He's just looking to try and take this engagement. Hallucinated, I like that a lot actually. He went Hallucinated Colossus and then blinked back so the Colossus would be focus fired without giving the fact away that they are in fact hallucinations. Or hallucinations. Well, I don't know. And we're going to take that fight very convincingly. There's GG coming out from Next. Wow, well, PiLiPiLi showing us how it's done. Just both players going for a very macro-orientated build style, with I think Next even being a little bit more economic. But then PiLiPiLi just took the engagements, and I think it really came down to the killing the hatchery, the Hive, sorry, like he did, because that complete tech reset was enough to give him the upgrade lead, give him the tech lead. Like, Next couldn't really go anywhere from there. He was stuck on that Roach Hydra composition.
Alright, so PiLiPiLi is taking a break. We will go into Vani Research Station as our next map.
Okay. Another 2-player map. I like them like this. I like them being able to get a scout on each other and read what each other's going to be able to do. When it gets into a 4-player map, it feels a little bit more luck-orientated.
Right. Waiting for PiLiPiLi to get back here.